college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the USFBulls, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Oh, he's got some space.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Looking to throw, it's Reed. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Let's talk for a second here about USF. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man by himself. Right down the gut of the field. We knew coming in that they wanted to push the ball down the field, and they waste no time getting at it.
And I love that, man. I love being aggressive early, setting a tone, sending a message to my team. Listen, we're going to attack down the field. You better be ready for it. This offense comes out, gets the big completion way down the middle of the field.
I'm not sure what kind of vexing and magic they're trying to conjure up here, but sending out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and then guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And they did tack on the extra point.
7, South Florida, 3.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Gibson. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. All right, guys, big picture here. Let's talk some USF. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. And he just took a knee. I mean, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it. The Bulls line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. This punt will be down just inside the 40-yard line. And they'll take a knee. Working well behind the sticks on second down. And down to a knee? I guess that's one option. Backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Well, so much for extending the play. He just quit on it and took a knee.
And I really don't understand the play call. Palmer, like third and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on third and long.
They kick it away on 4th down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback.
And he takes a knee. If that's an option, it's a bad one.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work, now facing 2nd and long from the 19.
And for some inexplicable reason, he takes a knee.
That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And he find a hole in the defense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Bulls will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Gibson.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice game. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Turning it on. A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
2nd down coming up. Handoff to the lone back. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Reed. Swings it out to the flat. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Oregon. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That's reeled in. It's Williams. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They're going to ride this running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. There he goes. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires to the wideout. Got it! They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Big guy smells it, and he will score. Touchdown, Pitt.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a drive there of 82 yards, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Reed. He'll take the deep shot. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Bulls. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. The sure hands, it's Turner. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback, surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Trying play action. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
The Panthers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, give on the inside. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. The pull and throw off the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Panthers in a good spot here with second and short. The DBs will back off a bit. They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
Trying to set up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Fights off a defender. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
What a huge advantage for an offense to have a tank in the running back. Literally, you have a tank, an armored tank that just, you see people just bing, bing, bounce off of him as he falls forward and just continues to have success.
To the ground to try to move the chain. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Touchdown, Panthers. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Bulls will boot it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Robinson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Pocket breaking down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. Quarterback moving. Got it behind the line. It's Hicks. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Got a man. It's Williams. Still running at the 40. Oh, a lot of space. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown, Pittsburgh. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Utah is getting smoked. This is unexpected. This is alarming. And I've been on social and already seen a couple of recruits change their minds. They're trailing by 20 to Oregon. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Reed. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Bulls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. The short hands, it's Gibson. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down. Got the first down. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job of getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Fires to the right. Pulls it in. It's Williams. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. On over the middle. It's Hicks. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quick release by the QB. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Hit right back to the line. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going here.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Throws to the wideout. He's got him wide open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate off.
A shot toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash.
Gashes the heart of the knee. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
35, South Florida, 24.
He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll go to the ground. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The Panthers come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to impose their will with the run. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Now the play fake. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Here's the return. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Motion from the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. Runs through a tackle.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Reed. Moving away from pressure. Connection to the right. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Gibson. Touchdown, USF! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
They'll try to get the two-point conversion here and make it a three-point game. It's complete to the left. He gets it in for the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Here comes the heat. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from... He's loose! Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
And the Bulls just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Rides to back and leaves it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Reed. Floats it out in space. Touchdown Bulls! They move on top here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. James Madison may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Harrisonburg every time. The Dukes have been racking up road wins since the Mickey Matthews days, and they got another one today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Motion from the back. Lost to fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Hicks. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Well, they execute the end route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. Do a great job in the base defense making a play.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Makes the catch. It's Hicks. On the move at the 30. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Panthers! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away, dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing, good decision by the quarterback, getting it out quick.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period.
42, South Florida, 39.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Quick pass on the fly motion. Oh, better look out!
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The Bulls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Reed. Gonna let it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Oh, the sweet feet.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Running to the left. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Power football with the run. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. Kick is in the air. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That pick by the D might have saved their only chance to win this game. Now they got to put together a drive. Looking for space, it's Gibson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Gets it to the back. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. twists the uprights and puts 3 on the board. All tied up now in the final stages of this one.
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT? Or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Things started on this drive from the 24. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The running back has it. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. The give to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Leaves it with the running back. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Pitt. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Underneath toast the coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. And the Bulls have pushed it inside the 20. Sends it back in motion. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, still looking. Lets it fly. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.